Before you watch this episode of our City Current radio show, I want to invite you to join City Current's e-learning and online personal development platform called Growth Current. I'm Jeremy Park, host of the City Current radio show and CEO of City Current. Growth Current is your exclusive ticket to attend virtual events with global thought leaders, national guest speakers, and experts who can help you grow personally and professionally. It gives you access to success secrets, lessons learned, learning modules, and so much more. Being online, you can join us from anywhere in the world. Subscriptions are only $8 a month, or you can do bulk subscriptions for your team. Check out growthcurrent.com to learn more and to join us in our efforts to power the good. And now, on to the show. Welcome back to the City Current Radio Show. I'm your host, Jeremy Park. We're always honored to bring you inspiring stories of organizations making a difference. And here with our next guest, two amazing women, and the focus is Women Build 9012. We're joined by Meghan Medford. She is the president and managing member of Medford Roofing. She's also the president of the National Association of Women in Construction. We'll talk about that in just a second. We also have Kit Crighton-Smith. She is a senior project management specialist with FedEx, and she is the founder of Women Build 9012. So let's start for both of you. How are you two doing? Let's start there with the easiest question of all. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Great.
Well, Kit, let's start with your story because you have an amazing inspirational story of starting in the hub, working all the way up through the ranks with FedEx. And obviously that's led to a lot of amazing opportunities. And it's also led you to start this organization, Women Build 9012. So give us a little bit of just your story of working with FedEx, and then we'll kind of carry that forward. But give us your story.
Well, FedEx is wonderful to work for because you can start in the hub and they'll help you pay for college or whatever schools you want to go to. And they hire within. So I wanted to be an architect or, in building and in construction, and working in the hub, package handler. Then I was a truck driver. Then I was a manager station. Then I got into maintenance and building management, moving people around, doing smaller construction, operating the buildings. And then that led me to actually building, doing construction projects and building our hubs. And I am the project manager running all the big construction out here at the Memphis airport right now, the FedEx hub. So I've been able to maneuver my career the way I wanted to go at FedEx, and being out here and building that big building, and I'm looking at it and going, how are we going to maintain this thing? Who's going to operate it? And so that's how I got what gave me the idea that, there aren't a lot of women out here. Women Build 9012. So I started this organization.
And it's Women Build 901 TOO. So it's, hey, we're out here too, and we're doing to power the good as well. And so that's what I love. Let's before we dive in even further into the actual efforts of Women Build 9012, Meghan, let's introduce you because the National Association of Women in Construction is playing a role, you being the president, and then obviously tied to Medford Roofing. So Meghan, share a little bit of your vantage point, both with Medford Roofing and being a women-led company in a typically male-dominated field, and then tying that into the National Association of Women in Construction. So Meghan, give us a little bit of your story.
All right. Well, yes, started Medford Roofing about, it was 11 years ago. My fiance at the time was working for another roofer, and I saw a need in the market for a different type, to bring in a new, a female perspective to a more service-oriented type roofing company. So we started it and just slowly started working out of the house and grew to a commercial roofing contractor. Now we have an office in Nashville and one here in Memphis too. And we're licensed in Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas. And right now we're currently working on the convention center downtown. So it's a pretty big job. And we just got the Nashville airport. So that's a pretty big job we're about to start. So, and doing so, I was kind of like Kit. I said, you know what, there needs to be more. I was just looking for more skilled trade people in general to start. And specifically, then I started thinking, there needs to be more female in this. Why is there no even project management or architects, just all in general? So that's kind of how I got into the National Association of Women in Construction. And I just kind of found Kit. We kind of like happened to run across each other, and she was targeting more of like the younger, 16 to 22-year-olds. And so it kind of was like a natural fit. Her, once they get into construction, then they progress into like they become women in construction with careers. And so we just kind of gelled together. It was kind of about connecting the dots is pretty much how it works out. So
yeah, that's where a lot of the magic happens, is like minds getting together, seeing a need, and saying, hey, let's do something about this. And I always think of the phrase is, to be it, you have to see it. And so opening up the possibilities, talking about the career trajectory, the income capabilities and possibilities, talking about the leadership and everything that it entails. And when you talk about opening the eyes of a whole industry, there's a lot that goes into that. But obviously, to your point, reaching them early and realizing, hey, this is a fun career path with tremendous opportunity for growth and development, and owning it as a business, owning your own business. So I think the sky is the limit. So Kit, let's bounce it back to you. Talk about Women Build 9012. Talk about kind of the effort, the focus, as Meghan alluded to, kind of the target audience, but dive in deeper to Women Build 9012.
All right. So as I was, I got involved in the Upskills 901 with the Chamber of Commerce. And as we're all sitting around the room talking about how to get men to their jobs, how to get them involved, how to engage them, where do we go look for them? And, I'm thinking, I'm sitting there and I'm going, wait, we're leaving out a whole demographic here. And then these buildings I'm building, they'll be ready, the first one, in 2024, October of 2024. So how can we get people engaged now, train them up, get them ready to start taking care of that building when I turn it over? Or how do I hire someone like Meghan to put on my roof and make sure that she has enough support in her organization to get it done? So that's the thought process. So I went to Stephanie Ivy over at the U of M engineering and talked to her about how she got STEM started. And Sandra Howell at the Chamber of Commerce went with me, and we talked a bit, and then we got Meghan involved, and all of a sudden we've got a lot of women willing to mentor and help guide girls. But how do we get to them? How do we engage this? And I thought, okay, let's get with the Shelby County Schools, and they are very engaged now. And I've got to start setting up a presentation. But one of the things I wanted to do was show them the diversity of the women, Hispanic, Black, white, all ages, sizes. We all look different, and we all hold different jobs. Everything from, say, the Greens over at Top Cat Masonry, two sisters who run that company. Meghan, you can go electricians, HVAC techs. We have all these jobs open, all these jobs that are going to provide a good career, good money, security, and they can take care of themselves and their families and not need to depend on anyone else. We've done it. We want to show them they can do it. And if there's like 5 of us up on the screen or the stage, whatever happens in the future, and we all look different, that maybe these girls will say, I look like her, I think like her, I can do this too. Then Sandra Howell, I believe at the Chamber, said something about, well, Kit, we have women already out there on federal aid that this could also benefit. And I said, okay, well, it just became from Girls Not Build 901 to Women Build 901. And how do I reach them? Job fairs, how do we guide them? How do we provide the initial skills to even write resumes, find out what they want to do, and see if we can help them get there. So far the organization, we've put together a group of women that can be mentors, that can provide jobs, and and can outreach. So go and speak and all that. And that's where we are right now. And we're working on a presentation right now for both the older ladies and girls. And we'll probably start hitting the schools within the next month or so.
Nice.
And starting in middle school, by the way, not even just high school, middle school. So we're kind of new, and Meghan is helping me figure out my way through, I guess, the city and getting everybody involved, since she's more engaged and has been doing that longer.
Well,
So
Meghan,
it's wonderful.
yeah, carry that forward on your end from a corporate perspective in terms of what you're seeing, and you've already kind of alluded to the need, obviously, but talk about it from your vantage point in terms of opening up your business to the opportunity of mentorship and kind of the internship approach, and being open to talking about this as a career path, but also to engaging them to be hands-on early in the process to learn. So talk about it from your vantage point as a business owner of just, one, how important this is, but two, how you can plug in, because I think you're a good example of how business can plug in to be a part of the effort for Women Build 9012.
Right. One thing, well, I have been speaking a lot with TCAT, and a lot of their students, when they graduate, is they really don't know what area they want to be in, or if they've never actually had hands-on experience in the field, or they think they want to be a plumber and then they realize they don't when they get out there. So one thing that I've been able to do is I started creating a list of companies that are willing to do like job site tours and shadow programs, where they can come out and, just take a look at every single trade and see what it takes to be on the job. And then they'll have the female-led tours and what it's like, to be a female in the field. See, I've plugged up with the Boys and Girls Club to help with the soft skills and the resume writing for those, because that's another thing. We'll have people reach out, but then just their soft skills need a little fine-tuning and things like that. And then the mentorship, we've donated some roofing stuff and some tools over to TCAT, and we're about to start doing with Shelby County Schools, so they can start actually heat welding and seeing if they like it. Because I think a lot of them picture the old school tar, the way roofing used to be. We want to let them know that's not how it is anymore. It's come a long way, and you can make great money in this field, and it can be a great career path. So that's one way we've been reaching out. So
What would your words of encouragement be for other, especially women-led businesses, but just, businesses in general who say, hey, you all need to be a part of this effort? Talk about what, your words of encouragement be for them to get involved.
I mean, I'm sure they probably can see there is a definite need in this market for skilled labor or in general. So, I mean, being involved, you can see, you get first pick of the new people coming out and up, and you can train your employees, and especially train them the way that you want them to be. And I mean, there's a definite need. So I don't think there should be too much that you would have to twist their arm. I think that they should be willing to volunteer. So far the list has grown so fast that it hasn't been hard to talk them into it. So
yeah, and I think a big part of that is just simply raising awareness to know that, hey, there's a group out there that is working hard to get more women involved in construction, and there's endless potential and opportunity there. We just need more people to be a part of the effort, and to offer their time and their companies to be good mentors, but also to be good stewards of being a part of the process. So Kit, carry that forward on your end in terms of just, how do we help? Where does it start?
I think getting the message out there, but say here at FedEx, we have lots of jobs open in our hub. Women, men, can all bid on those jobs, get in on those jobs, and then after 6 months, start looking at all the other jobs in this company. We here at FedEx have a program where you come in and you get into the maintenance program, and they have a training program that takes about 3 years to go from apprentice to full journeyman, whether it be the electrical, HVAC, or even our general construction side. But that's to maintain the building. We also have a whole sort system. These huge sort systems in these buildings, they are fully automated, and they are computer led. So we also need computer and industrial technicians. But FedEx will hire you. You can have a good paying job while you're going through your training process. So there is a career path here that we've already set up. So here in the city of Memphis, we have lots and lots of opportunities. And Women Build 901, I mean, on my perspective, I've got the FedEx side, but say, Megan and all the other ladies that have gotten engaged, they can all help and guide through their processes. I know that the local ironworkers union has, they've sent their support over to us and said, we would be glad to have and train up your people, whether it be welding or pipe fitting or whatever. So the more support like that we get, the more processes or the more engagement we get, we can help these girls and women along to be where they want to be, and not to feel like they can't, because we can and we are. So
talk about website or email. What's the best way for people to say, hey, I want to get involved in Women Build 9012? Where do they go?
First, just send us an email at womenbuild9012gmail.com. It is .com, isn't it, Megan?
Yes, it is.
So Women Build 9012, and once again, that's TOO@gmail.com.
Yes. Right. We also are on Facebook at Women Build 9012. We have not got a website yet. We're building that. But we do have links on the National NAWIC, the National Association for Women in Construction, that Megan is heading up, and also the Chamber of Commerce Upskills website. We're on there too. So if they want to find us, go to any of those sites and you'll be able to find us.
Perfect. Well, Megan, wrap up on
Google
your end. Talk about where to go for the National Association of Women in Construction, and then also too, just in general, for those who want to reach out on your end for Medford Roofing, where do we go?
Right. Well, for National Association of Women in Construction, it's nawicmemphis.org, and that's NAWIC Memphis.org. And then our email is nawicmemphis@gmail.com. And our Medford Roofing website is medfordroofs.com. And if they go on that website, they can click contact us, and then we'll get the emails and go from there.
Yeah, and I think it's just, once again, just raising awareness and getting more people involved and just knowing where to steer them so that their good energy can be put to good use. So Megan, Kit, thank you for all you're doing in our community. Greatly appreciate you being a part of the show. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate it.